Hello, hello, my dear angling friends and fellow YouTube adventurers. Welcome back to the channel, your trusted source for all things fishing. Today, we're diving deep into the much-anticipated fishing forecast for Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025, across the beautiful waters of the United Kingdom. Now, you might think late October means the fishing is winding down, but let me tell you, this particular day is shaping up to be a truly special one. We've got a fascinating blend of cooling waters and stable conditions that, if you play your cards right, could lead to some unforgettable catches. Prepare to learn about the best spots, the deadliest baits, and the cleverest tactics to outsmart the fish this autumn. First up, let's talk about our magnificent predators. October is prime time for them, and this Wednesday is no exception. Well, focus on pike and perch, two species that should be particularly active. For the pike, my friends, this is their moment. With water temperatures steadily dropping, pike are absolutely ravenous, actively bulking up for the long winter ahead. You'll find them hunting fiercely in deeper sections of canals, reservoirs, and slow-moving rivers. Look for them around features like sharp drop-offs, the edges of remaining weed beds, and areas where baitfish are congregating. They're often on the prowl in depths between 2 and 5 meters. My advice, go big with your lures. Spinnerbaits, jerkbaits, and soft plastics between 4 and 8 inches long can be incredibly effective. And here's a little trick. Don't be afraid to try dead baiting with mackerel or smelt presented on a ledger rig near the bottom. Remember, slower retrieves often trigger those aggressive strikes from big, hungry pike, especially in cooler water. Next, let's turn our attention to the fantastic perch. Autumn is arguably the best time for perch fishing, and October 22nd looks promising. They'll be feeding actively, often grouped in shoals. You'll have great success targeting them in the deeper sections of canals, around bridges, locks, and any underwater structure that provides cover or ambush points. Look for depths of 2 to 4 meters, especially where there's a good current or oxygen flow. For tackle, a simple float-fished worm or a small spinner can be deadly. Small, soft plastic lures around 2 to 3 inches, worked slowly along the bottom or near features, are also highly effective. Don't be shy to try a jigging approach if you locate a shoal on your fish finder. For our coarse fishing enthusiasts, roach and bream are still very much on the menu. While not as aggressive as predators, they will be feeding steadily, especially in still waters and slow-moving rivers. Look for them in depths of 2 to 6 meters, particularly near areas with dense underwater vegetation or even close to the shore as they search for food. For bait, think traditional, maggots, casters, and small pieces of sweet corn. A simple feeder or waggler rig can be highly effective for tempting these wary giants. Ground bait containing some fish meal or a sweet, rich mix will help draw them in and keep them interested. Now let's break down the conditions for October 22nd, 2025. The weather. Across the UK on this day is looking rather stable, which is excellent news for anglers. We're expecting partly cloudy skies during the day, with a slight chance of light rain towards the evening and night. Temperatures will be cool, ranging from around 8 degrees Celsius, or 46 degrees Fahrenheit, in the morning, rising to about 14 degrees Celsius, 57 degrees Fahrenheit, by midday, then settling back to around 8 degrees Celsius, 46 degrees Fahrenheit, by night. The wind will be moderate, generally from the southwest, with a maximum strength of about 4 Beaufort. Atmospheric pressure is forecast to be relatively stable, without any sharp drops, which typically puts fish in a more cooperative mood. Water temperatures. In UK rivers and lakes, for late October will continue their cooling trend. Expect them to be in the range of 10 to 15 degrees Celsius, 50 to 59 degrees Fahrenheit. This cooling water signals to many fish species that it's time to feed heavily before winter truly sets in. This is why predatory fish are so active, and even coarse fish will be looking for nutrient-rich food sources. As for the moon phase, on October 22nd, 2025, we have a waxing crescent moon. This is just one day after the new moon, with only about 1% of its surface illuminated and growing larger. While some anglers believe fishing is tougher immediately after the new moon, many also find that the period of a waxing crescent, as the moon begins to show more light, can actually stimulate feeding activity, particularly for nocturnal species or during crepuscular hours. It's certainly a time of transition, and stable weather often trumps lunar influences in the short term. Considering all these factors, the overall fish activity for the United Kingdom on this day, the 22nd of October 2025, can be assessed as good to excellent T, particularly for predatory species. Pike and perch should be very active, making this a prime time to target them. Roach and bream will also be feeding steadily. It's a fantastic window where many species are still feeding aggressively before the full grip of winter sets in. The steady, cool temperatures without extreme drops, combined with generally stable pressure and cooling water, create favorable conditions for a hungry fish population. So, my friends, that's my forecast for October 22nd. I wish you all bent rods and screaming reels. May you have tight lines and land that specimen you've been dreaming of. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this helpful. Subscribe for more forecasts and tips, and tell me in the comments below, what are your go-to autumn baits and what species are you hoping to catch this week? Tight lines, everyone, and I'll see you on the water.